Thank y'all for coming to Those Harper Girls. I wrote this play from a book called Those Harper Girls. It was written by Kathleen Carr. I figure I probably should give her proper credit because she did a good job of it. Well, we want to thank Cam. He's not here yet, but he's the one that made so all this could happen. And everyone else that helped, people building horses and all that. That was really nice. It definitely helped it come together. And one more thing, if you're looking in the audience and you see this young girl playing the iPod, promise she's not being disrespectful. It's our lights and sound, Mary. Can everybody give her a hand? One more thing, can everybody silence your cell phones because it's kind of hard to compete with those ringtones. Another thing for exiting, if you ever need to get out, we're trying to keep this door right here for the cast because they need to come on stage. So if you need to get out and go up in the house, you can just go through this door. And I will have a guard on the other side so they won't let anybody in and out. So, another thing is we need to keep the aisles empty because we have people coming through there. And also, if you want to participate, sit on the ends. Okay? I told them that the little kids would probably love it, so. I guess, yeah. Last clap, cheer for us. These guys are doing awesome. I'm really, really proud of them. They've done so good. And so, yeah, just make them feel like they're as good as they are. Because I know they're doing awesome. So just clap and cheer for them. Before we start, I was going to give everybody a brief overview of kind of the setting of the play. If I can get my accent back on, it's kind of hard. Okay, so before we start, I want to give you all a brief overview of the setting of this play. It all began in the South, Texas, and a little north of San Antonio. It's 1869, and the Civil War has just ended. At least the fighting part, and now Ulysses S. Grant is president. Things have been mighty depressed. After the war was over, them Northerners skirted on down south to our war-torn land. All they wanted was power and money, scoundrels, exploiting us Southerners in our time of loss and tribulation. Anyhow, a lot of us don't feel this war's really over, and we don't take too kindly to high and mighty big brother, the North, trying to tell us how to run our land. Equality indeed. All they want is power. And then on top of all this political drama, along comes the Texas fever, killing off any stock that ain't hardened to the Texan life, including Daddy's prime Angus. Then there was that fluke blizzard last year. Yes, things are mighty depressed. And the desperate times call for desperate measures. Meet the Harper Girls.
Well, Daddy started us off early in a life of crime. Must have had to do with his frustration in siring only daughters. We came mostly in the spring, one after another. Barely a year betwixt each of us. March, April, May. Be quiet! You sound terrible. Trying to kill the audience. You can see why I'm the maverick of the family. Let's see it the right way. May, give us a pitch.
In 1850, Hiram Harper took a chance. With his pretty wife, he settled down upon a ranch. Got himself some cattle and a double-aged friend. Happy in his cabin on his very own land. There was March and April and May, June and Julie, and my little sister Lily, who was almost like a son. Mama taught us manners, but the ranch was going under. Daddy got us to consent to Jesus, honest in the run. The Civil War was over, but the people still were Southern, and the Southern sentiments were strong in everybody's mind. We didn't like the soldiers or the Yankees in their blue. No one ever would suspect us girls to make some trouble brew. There was March and April and May, June and Julie, and my little sister Lily, who was almost like a son. Mama taught us manners, but the ranch was going under. Daddy got us to consent to Jesus, honest in the know.
Lily, go fetch that water. Come on.
Anyways, this is where our story really begins. Little did we know that the choices of this summer would change our lives forever.
Lily, round up them frivolous females. I got a new job I aim to break y'all in on this afternoon.
Okay, Daddy. Hey, you sound like an old hen. You really should stick to your guitar.
Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Let's follow the light on the moon. Lily, where's that water you're fetching?
I ain't your servant, man. Even though you just turned 16, I'm on a mission for Daddy. He wants us off our meeting. Where's March and April?
Mama's helping the others with their summer frocks, and we got stuck with washing duty. Don't see what they want summer dresses for anyways. From season to season, nobody gets off this spring.
Mom says that has to change. Now March and April are varying age. Just think, in another year, I'll be of age too. Just let me off this place once and see if I ever come back.
Anybody ever let Daddy in on this marrying project?
Mama talked it over with him last night. Julie and I hid them through the bedroom wall.
Maybe that's why he's acting so downhearted today. It'll cost him to lose a few busted husbands. Your snoot is drooping again, Julie. There ain't much of a chance of losing you to a husband. You already look like you're 95 with that stupid net you stuck your butt into.
I just don't know, girls. Your daddy said there was no money for new cloth this year. Not even a sheepfold with Friedman wear.
Wouldn't use that flimsy cloth anyway, Mama.
Now, don't be putting on airs, Miss March. With your daddy about to lose everything he's put his life into, we're not much better than those poor souls, no matter how you think about it.
Mama, don't you ever call us white trash.
Maybe not trash, for I did teach you all to read and sew, and I did my best with manners too. But poor white just the same. Now, we took a different approach to the problem. We used some of this green old silk, a little of the yellow cactus.
Oh, you know those colors make me look ghastly.
It could be like a quilt.
Jim, but you always have to be so optimistic. Always pretending everything is so great. Well, it isn't, and it makes me sick.
What? It's just because you're such a sourpuss. You never pretend a thing in your life, and you always want what you don't have. So you're just a girl.
June doesn't have such a bad idea. A dress of many colors.
I refuse to step out in patchwork.
If you're so disinclined, March, I'll take the new dress. Patchwork is better than hose any way you think about it, isn't it? Besides, if we had enough colors, it might improve the cast of my complexion, mightn't it?
Joseph wore a coat of many colors in the Bible, and look where it got him. Besides, I expect the dressmaking is finished for the day. Daddy's waiting for us over in the barn. I think he has a new scheme.
You girls all ever notice the similarity between our Double H brand and that of Izzy's over to the south of us?
Just half worse on the farm, Missy Daddy. You know that.
Right. Somehow, Izzy's cattle made it better through the winter than ours did. Not even a touch of fever. Now, it strikes me that a little sharing of the wealth at this point in time wouldn't be too much of a hardship on it. A kind of silent loan. We pay him back, of course, in a year or two when our herd comes back up and stuff.
Rustling, you want to turn your daughters into cow rustlers?
You girls catch on fast when it matters.
But they ain't cow rustlers, Daddy.
It's been known to happen on occasion, daughter. But have no fear. That's the beauty of my plan. Ain't nobody ever seen a child rustler before, nor a lady either. So I figure if I give you instructions and then send you off,
By ourselves?
that'd be the point, wouldn't it? By yourselves, but in disguise, like Lily here wears all the time. You'd look like any county, unless you got caught, of course. I wouldn't recommend getting caught.
It wouldn't be nice, Daddy. It would be wrong.
Wrong. It's wrong to be cast out without a penny, nowhere to go. Wouldn't be wrong to think in San Antone is fixing to take away everything I got, leaving me with a loving wife and 6 daughters to feed and clothe.
Oh. I'll do anything to help save the ranch. When do we start? This sounds kind of fun.
Say we do all these things, even though it goes against everything Mom's taught us all these years. Supposing we make an exception, just this once. What do we get out of it, Daddy?
What do you get out of it? Confound it, daughter. You shouldn't be thinking about what you get out of it. You should be thinking about helping your poor old daddy in his time of tribulation.
It's not poor old Daddy who might get caught now, is it?
What do you want out of it then?
If we find you enough to make a difference, to help make the bank payments, we want a trip to San Antonio and new dresses for all of us. A long trip, so as we get to go to a few dances and meet quality people.
And an evening at the theater.
If you don't stop that, Daddy, you won't have a blessed thing left thrown atop your head.
Lay off, Lily. You'd be bald too if you sired such a passel of buzzards. Right, March. After the cattle drive at the end of the summer, if we have any to drive, I'll take you all to San Antonio. Now, there's no reason to be telling your mother about any of this. I'll be in the barn if you need me.
All right, Lillykins, how do we go about this?
Don't call me Lillykins. You know how I hate it.
Pardon me. What would you consider to be the most favorable mode of operation, Miss Lily?
See here now, all of you. We gotta take this seriously on account of that overdue banknote. Also, we gotta remember that this was Daddy's idea, and you know how his ideas usually work out. That's right, poorly. And it ain't always his fault either.
Yeah, it weren't his fault Ryan started the new windmill last August, just after he finished building it.
And it wasn't his fault that it burned clear to the ground, leaving us without irrigation again. And it wasn't his fault that Cricket got palpitations running the treadmill from the creek that he fixed up a month or so ago for the same purpose. Daddy just forgot about the heat out here, so our mule's dead too.
He must have been living 90 anyway. 90 ate a lot. Lying around the stable